Action.
That was
Oh,
those
we're
are two
back.
sad claps. All right. Speaking of sad, your tone this past
man.
week has been
Well,
down.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a perpetual thing. I really, even when I'm happy, it doesn't really appear that way.
I can tell when you're happy by your walk. You're a happy walker.
It's a little more pep.
Right. Dogs with their tails are you with your walk. You have a certain spring when you're happy in your step.
Little pep.
You got pep in the step, but right now you have a very dull walk.
Yeah. No, I'm doing okay today. It's kind of a day by day thing.
It's a day by day.
Yeah, some days the old depression is not great. It's weird. Some days it's just like punching a brick wall. You know, it's like you try to positivity, all these things, and it just doesn't work. And then some days it does.
Break down for me what positivity things means.
Positivity things means I meditate, right?
Okay, how's that going?
It's hit or miss.
Let me tell
Hit or
you,
miss.
nothing about you says you meditate.
Really?
Nothing.
I'm very stoic though. Huh?
What the fuck?
Am I not stoic?
Stoic is not an adjective you could describe yourself as.
Yeah.
Other people could describe you as stoic.
I'll be honest. I don't really know what stoic means.
Neither do I. Like very.
I thought it was like pensive, like thoughtful, right? Like you're constantly in deep thought.
Yeah, like confident, like quietly confident is stoic. Call us in.
I think that's me. Yeah, yeah. Give us Jamie. Can you pull that up? I think that's stoic. I don't know, but I feel like people have a hard time reading me, especially when they don't know me.
Yeah, if I didn't know you, I would
it.
have no idea.
Yeah, and I could see why. There's just not a ton of expression, but that's just kind of always been the case. But
yeah, is that healthy?
I don't think so.
think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. But it's good in certain situations because I look like unflappable, right? Where like in a situation where most people look like they're worked up, like I never look worked up.
Right.
But that's just because I'm depressed. So
yeah, you're also never happy. That's the thing.
Positivity exercises, though. You meditate. You try to think about all the things you're grateful for in life, and then you just try to sit in that gratitude, and you try not to let the negative thoughts seep in. And like what I do is I like picture my brain as like a very cloudy. Like that's when I'm depressed. It's like cloudy in there. There's like no sun. It's very cloudy. So I try to like get the clouds out. Get the brain to like blue skies.
Gotcha.
That's my exercise.
For a comedian, you used a very basic analogy of depression.
No,
you
yeah,
couldn't come up with anything better than that?
Nah, it's. I mean, what would be better? I can't even think. What would be better than that? That's the perfect analogy.
Yeah, but it's hack.
Yeah, but
You're
but
a hack depressive.
I'm not trying to entertain a crowd of people. I'm just trying to entertain my own mind. I don't need anything super creative.
Okay. You're very basic.
I am kind of a basic bitch.
You're the
White people. I am super white.
You're pretty white.
No, I'm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's super white people we know.
It's deep down in there, but I've learned to control it. The white stuff, mostly because a lot of my best friends from college were all, it was like opposite. Like they grew up like very impoverished for the most part.
At Western New England University.
Western New England University.
Gotcha.
Impoverished is strong, but not.
That's a private school, is it not?
No, it's expensive though. But they got like, I think Massachusetts gives a discount. Some of them were local, so they would save a lot of money that way. But I think that's good though. That's why you got to get out of especially Garden City. It's a bubble. I think that it literally says that. Like on like the.
Is that the town motto?
Yeah,
we're a bubble.
Yeah, we're a bubble. Don't come in here.
You're not going to meet a lot of people different than you.
For the love of God, don't come in.
We got our own country club.
Pool. Got the own pool.
You got your own pool?
Yeah.
Garcia has his own pool?
Dude, that pool's dope. It is dope.
Is it?
Yeah, lots of turds floating around in the old.
I grew up going to the town pool.
Well, there's 3 different pools. There's
Okay.
a kid pool. There's actually not a lot of turds in like the kiddie pool. That's mostly like
it's too shallow.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
I'm aware of town pool ecosystems. Yes.
Of the idea.
Yes.
Of the fecal matter hierarchy. But there's probably lots of pee going on in that thing. Probably lots of pee.
Probably a lot of pee in all three of the pools.
Yeah. Which I get, though. I pee in the pool.
You pee in the pool?
I pee in the pool.
That you're disgusting.
It's, I think the chlorine immediately, like, disintegrates it.
That's just not how it works.
That's kind of how I tell. That's just what I tell myself.
What are the okay? Because Syosset had a town pool.
Yeah.
But Syosset town pool must be very different. Because Syosset town pool, for lack of a better word, is trash.
How so though? Like, I can't picture a trashy pool. Like, what happens at a trashy pool?
That's
like, is there just like a DJ going? I guess like 24/7.
Mike, that's very. If you can't even imagine a trashy pool, you must have grown up with wealth.
Yeah.
So basically, Syosset, as we know, as we discussed on this podcast several times, very Jewish town. So everyone would go to sleepaway camp, right? But if you're a working class kid in Syosset, all four of us, we hung out at the town pool. A lot of churros at the town pool. A lot of waffle fries at the town pool. We would order pizza to the town pool.
Interesting.
Fill me in on what the Garden City town pools.
I mean, we definitely got the waffle fries.
You had waffle fries.
Yeah, we had waffle fries.
Very nice. It's trash. Waffle fries, though, they hit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nothing
Dude,
like
that
a
was like
frozen waffle fry.
That was a top kid snack, the waffle fries.
Oh, yeah.
That was always my. But all right, so we had a movie screen, so that was a big thing.
What?
Yeah, there's a movie screen there.
You had a movie screen at the pool.
Yeah, and they would like on a projector, they would run movies. That was great.
That's nice.
It was really a lovely time.
That's when you.
Yeah.
One of the few times you see something and you go, "I'm glad those are where my taxes are going."
My taxes. The taxes are insane. I think my parents pay like $1,200 a month in taxes.
Yeah. That's Long Island, baby.
That is Long Island.
But you get a movie theater
But you get
in your pool.
Yeah. Yep.
That's nice.
Yep. And you can't even park on your own street. That's one of the rules. Can't park on the street.
Wait, you can't park on the street?
No
Garden
parking on the
City?
street. No basketballs in the. This is why we suck at basketball. It's because they try to like actively discourage people from playing basketball. No basketballs in the street.
That's why you guys are bad.
It's
Not
got
because
nothing to do with racial demographics.
Right, it's not because you had a graduating class of 60 white kids. That's not the problem.
It's because of that. It's because of that.
Going against Roosevelt. Yeah, that's the problem because they could dribble on the street. Fucking seriously.
That's how Jimmy Chipwood got good. All right, he was shooting on a corn basket in his backyard.
What the fuck is
All
Jimmy Chipwood?
That's from Hoosiers.
Oh.
It was a deep reference.
Okay.
It was a risky reference.
No, you would think I've watched Hoosiers.
Yeah,
Didn't grow up with movies. Not a lot of movies.
I'm a big movie guy.
Well, I'm finding a lot of people are big movie people.
Big movie people.
Yeah, wasn't really our thing.
Yeah, lots of turds in that middle. There's like a middle pool. That's where the turds are. The middle pool.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I'm completely basing this off of my past experience. Was that where the lanes were?
No, the lanes are the old people pool.
Yeah.
No
With
turds
us, the lane area was an extension of the regular pool. And that's where all the old people were. And that's 90% of turds came up in the lanes.
Interesting.
And everyone would act like they didn't do it. And it was always in the same exact spot.
Was it like one turd bandit?
I can't confirm if there was an individual
Yeah,
turder. But that was the area.
That's weird though. That's a weird place, like, because people are swimming. Like, I get it, the kiddie or like the intermediate pool, I get, because it's like kids that are like still young but not young enough to like know that like, yo, you shouldn't be pooping in here.
Yeah, the novice pool.
Yeah. But they're not like swimming. They're just still just like dancing around. They're not like swimming laps. I can't imagine somebody swimming laps and just being like, now's a good time for me.
Exclusively. Exclusively where people turded. And then there was diving boards. Did you have diving boards?
We did, but then they put in like a massive slide, like a theme park slide.
Really?
Yeah, it's dope.
The more you say this, the more I'm going to look in real estate.
It's
in
good.
Garden City.
It's good stuff, man.
Movie theater and a water slide?
It's good stuff. My dad is all about
public
the pool.
funded.
My dad's all about the pool.
Okay.
Goes there and then I went there like one of the last weekends of the summer, And I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
I get it, old man. I get it.
So we had 3 diving boards: small, medium, large. And once
How high was large?
I mean, back when I was a kid looking at it, I would estimate 300 feet tall.
But really, it was like 20.
Probably.
Yeah.
But once a summer, maybe 2 times a summer, a kid would fall from the top.
And would there be bodily harm, or would it just
blood,
be really?
Everywhere, ambulance.
Oh, onto the pavement.
Yes. There's no padding. It was just cement and 30 feet. And you just trusted an 8-year-old to climb up there.
Well, they're an insane liability. That's why Garden City went away with. Like, if Garden City is scared of liability, it's bad.
Everyone's a lawyer.
Yeah.
If everyone's a lawyer, can you sue each other, or is it just like null?
Yeah, I wonder if. Yeah, that's a good question. Because I wonder if they just get together and are like, I could take you down. You could take me down. Let's just.
It's a WASP standoff.
Yeah.
It's not a Mexican standoff. It's a WASP standoff.
Yeah, we don't have to. But then also at rental houses over the summer, they always take the diving board out. Like, our family rents a house.
Well,
because
we sold.
We sold our.
And Hampton Bays.
Now we're renting with the poor people.
Yeah.
No, Quag. Hampton Bay. Yeah.
Your grandparents had a house in Hampton Bays, yes or no?
No, it was Quag.
Oh, it was Quag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hampton Bays is trash.
Hampton Bays is very trash.
Yeah. Yes. The trash next door. Hampton Bays is Boardy Barn.
Not anymore. R.I.P.
Yeah. Never went.
Never went.
Never went.
That's classy.
I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Because by the time, yeah, because I never went when it was 22 to 25.
Oh, age
yeah,
range.
And then I was 26. I was like, well, I'm not gonna.
You can't
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna go now.
Yeah.
White people.
Yeah, that's where white people.
Those are nice sweatpants.
Thank you, Lulu.
Lulu, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Shirts Lulu, sweats are Lulu, socks are TJ Maxx.
That's just unnecessary. There's just no.
Yeah, you just complimented them. How about that?
Yeah, well, it's because they would have been nice if they were $20. Now that I found out that they're more than what do those sweatpants run?
I have no idea. My lady got them for me, and she had a discount for men, 60% off.
Your lady at? Does she exist?
She exists.
Does she live?
You missed it. She came to a bunch of shows over the past month.
Some people met her.
People met her.
Okay. All right.
Luciano, Bramante, all my Italian friends met her, except you.
Except me. Well, I'm half Polish, so.
Yeah, I try to keep you away.
All right. Well, I'm glad she exists. I was starting to get a little skeptical.
Yeah. There's not. Yeah, I know you. There's a pair of women's boots by my door.
That could all be a ruse to further the image.
Yeah, buy women's shoes and place them around.
Yeah, no, that's my girls.
Yeah, I'm trans, but when I'm trans, I also have smaller feet.
Those are nice.
What was I gonna say? Garden City Hotel.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Did you hang out there?
I look at it like the fucking overlook tower from The Shine. It's like a haunted house.
I've never seen anyone walk in. Never seen anyone walk out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just ghosts.
But it looks nice.
Pretty sure it's just ghosts in there. Every time there would always be oh, Curtis Martin lives there. I never.
Chris Martin lived there?
That's what they said.
The Jet?
They said Curtis Martin lived there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think so either.
That just doesn't make any sense.
There's just a lot of folklore around that place.
They practice in New Jersey. Why would he live there?
I think this was after he was retired. I mean, well, no, but a lot of the Jets did live in Garden City because when they practiced at Hofstra, it was right there, and it was
for the month.
Town. Yeah. But then they moved to Cortland.
They did go to Cortland.
Right? Yeah.
Gave a lot of kids internships that aren't doing well right now. A lot of kids I know had an internship at Cortland.
If I know anybody that went to Cortland that's doing well.
I went to school with them, and they're not.
Yeah. I remember you had a joke about that, about all the kids not doing well from Cortland. Yeah.
They all live in Long Beach.
Yeah, still there's a bunch of Garden City doing that whole
Really? Garden City kids are living in Long Beach?
I will say though, Long Beach is kind of nice, but it's not. It's kind of like a college town now that 30-plus-year-olds still hang out at. But it is kind of a nice place though.
But the beach or the town?
The beach.
The beach is nice.
The town would be nice.
The town's garbage.
Yeah. I feel like Sandy would try to take it out and be like, yo, we should just this is a nice place. Let me just, and we'll start over. but that it didn't happen that way.
No, and then Will did
Yeah,
they know they blamed Biden for it.
And then they started over and went right back to the trash that it was. Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone that thinks New York is a Democratic state, you just go to Long Beach and oh boy.
Yeah, no.
It's like a Trump oasis.
It's not. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's blotchy though. Certain parts are super Democrat, and then all of a sudden,
Long Beach?
No, just like
Long
general,
Island?
like even Long Island too. Yeah, there's some very very Democrat parts.
I'm not
Actually,
aware
I'm
of
not
any
sure,
Democrat parts
yeah.
of Long Island.
I'm not sure.
I do not know that.
Yeah,
If you
no.
could fill me in.
Well, I think like if you go to like Great Neck and like towns like that, like I think there is like a split.
Great Neck?
Yeah.
No, the split's Persians and Asians.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what those usually are. Not Democrat.
Yeah, and normally the higher class, the less Democrat.
Statistically.
Yeah.
And then we could go a little bit south to Franklin Square. Let me tell you what's not going on at Franklin Square. Votes for fucking the Democrats.
What is south of Franklin Square? Hempstead?
South of Franklin Square? I don't know what's south of Winbrook.
No.
Nah, it's not Democrat
It's
friendly
like, I
either.
think it's like Malvern, Hempstead. Probably Democrat, but who the fuck knows? Who knows what's going on out there?
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? That
I
is
don't know.
Long Island.
That is in Long Island. So what's your day filled of now?
Right now, well, I'm still at my job to the end of the month.
What's that? What's it like to be laid off? But they're like,
But just hang
But
around.
you got 3
You
weeks.
Just hang around. No, it's good. I have a good relationship with all of them. It's a very amicable situation. I have no qualms, no issues. But I'm also like, I have a consultation project I'm working on. But that's not interesting. So I am covered on income and money and jobs and stuff. But what is interesting is what is going on in my day, because I sit around my studio apartment and lose my fucking mind.
let me tell you, Mike, I can tell.
Yeah, and lose my goddamn mind. It's crazy. I've gone like full 180 on work from home, and like I don't want the work from home to like go away, but I do want to like get with a company or a job where like I'm forced to get out at least a percentage of the week.
Do you have office right now?
No, yeah, we do in Bryant Park, but like people, I think they actually just started saying like go back, mandated like 1 day a week or something. But like I was already trying to do that. I was like, let's get together in the office. But it's a lot of my company is remote, so even when people were in the office, it wasn't the same. Like I would kind of like to be back with like a company where there's a pretty good New York foothold. Because yeah, man, I miss that shit. Just even commuting, I miss. Like
You miss commuting.
yeah, kind of. It's probably the type of thing I say I miss it, and then I'll do it 3 times, and I'll be like, I fuck this. I regret ever saying that. But yeah, man, the studio work from home situation.
You're in a prison cell,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. No, literally,
You're in a prison cell slinging software.
Caged animal. Cage animal.
Instead of prisoners making fucking license plates, you're basically shilling software. You're talking about APIs.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then like when work shit can get stressful, you can be pissed off, whatever. When you're together with a group of people, it like takes a lot of that away. Because you get together, you joke around, you yell with each other and stuff. When you're just sitting there, just
stewing in your thoughts,
your thoughts go just insane. Like it goes down this wormhole of like just to the worst places. But yeah, so I mean, like I go to the gym, but even that, dude, just being stuck in the same routine of like wake up, roll out of bed, coffee, work, gym, work, like it's, and then like, if I don't have a spot, I don't have a show, a lot of times like I don't know where to go. So I just go like nowhere, and I don't go out. Like I just don't go out like at night.
Oh, I thought you went to like a blank canvas.
I just
go into a space.
I just find some graffiti and just stare at it for 6 hours. No, that would probably be better, honestly, because I just sit and do nothing. And the worst is when you're doing nothing and you're telling yourself, like, you don't want to be doing. You want to be doing something, but you just don't do anything about it.
So what you do, at least Mike Mancusi, you go to the 92nd Street Y and you shoot you shoot threes like you're Steph Curry.
I just tear these old Jews up at the 92nd.
I knew you were losing your mind when you started posting highlight reels of your 3-point sessions.
I do that like once every 2 weeks.
That's fucking sad. You're 32.
Yeah, well, it's we had this conversation. I'm like weirdly good at basketball to the point it's like funny because like what am I doing? Why am I there? I have no need. This is not serving me at anything in life.
You might as well be practicing card tricks. That's as useful as 3-point.
That would be way more useful. That would be way more because I would show up to like a social event and be like, "Look at a cool thing I can do. Ain't Mikey a fun time to be around?" Like I can't do that at a party. I can't just go, "Hey guys, you want to hop on over to the Y and watch me shoot threes?" You'll be impressed.
Yeah, you do. You do have like the vibes of a guy that carries a deck of cards with him, setting it off with a girl, and you're like, "Oh well, if you thought that was good, pick a card."
Dude, I would love to learn like one little magic trick to pull out on dates or something.
Yeah, that's the most autistic thing I've ever heard in my life. I love to learn. Mike, you're a professional comedian.
I don't know, because on dates, I'm like, a lot of times it gets boring. You want to pull out, you want to keep them on their toes. Maybe pull out.
No, that's when you just start doing your tight five. That's when you feel the date getting slow. You just go, "How about pre-cum, huh?"
Dude, I had this conversation with Bramante about like girls when they ask for like jokes on the Hinge.
They ask for jokes on Hinge?
Yeah, because a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, if you want to like take me out, you gotta like tell me a joke or something like that." And he, maybe I should have said his name. I should have said a comic.
You can say Bramante. He's talked about it. He's talked about it on here.
Mike Bramante. But he was like, there was a girl that was like, and I've had girls do this to me before, where she's like, if you want to take me out, you gotta tell me a joke. And he was like thinking of all of his jokes. I was like, dude, there is no winning this. There is no winning. Just don't answer. Like, it's over. If you're with a girl that's going to ask for a joke, it's over.
So you match, and then they ask for a joke.
And then, like, if you're talking.
Because you're a comedian, do you advertise that on the apps?
Yeah, because I think it's a little differentiation. I think it's good.
Yeah.
A little differentiation.
Okay.
But he was, like, thinking all these jokes, and I was just like, dude, just don't do it. Like, they're not going to win. No matter what joke you tell, it could be the best joke, it could be the worst. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work.
Can't you just post a TikTok clip? Like, send her the link?
I would probably do so. Actually, no, because there was actually one girl that did that to me. And I think I said, like, I'll send you my tape. She asked for a joke. And I was like, well, you got to go out with me if you want to hear my whatever. And she was like, no, first you got to tell me a joke, and then I'll let you know. And then I was like, all right, fine, I'll tell you my tape. But if you think it's good comedy, you got to go out with me.
You got to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, but then I sent her like Chris Rock, I think was yeah. And she ghosted. And I was like, you got to be kidding. You're racist. You're racist.
That's racist.
Yeah,
that is racist.
Clearly racist. But yeah, so I think the same thing happened with him. I think he recorded a joke and then sent it to her, and she just
oh my god, that's cringe.
Yeah.
Come on,
no, but that's
Mike.
why I told him, I was like, you're not gonna win because that's not the proper way. You got to tell her, like, I perform my jokes. I don't just read them off a script. Like, I'm performing them. You got to see them. Well, yeah, there's not a ton of performance, but still, it's in the context of the show.
Right, there's a stage, there's a mic, there's an audience. Sometimes
there's an audience. Rarely. No, but also, like, to me, those girls, they don't want to hear like real jokes. They want to hear like, what's the deal with blah blah blah. Like they want to hear like
they don't want to hear the hard hitting content of Mike
Mancusi.
Mancusi.
They don't want to get hit with a thinker.
No, all this deep political bits that you have commentating on the school system. You're talking about pre-cum, Mike. Just tell them the pre-cum joke and see if they laugh.
Oh man, no, but it's you see the point. You can't. There's no winning in that situation.
You should send them an old Dane Cook clip and see if they recognize you. Like, yeah, that was him.
People that tell me I used to look like him.
Yeah,
I got Jeselnik a lot. Was the one I got the most.
Ooh, you should send him a Jeselnik clip.
Yeah, send him a Jeselnik.
Yeah, see what they do. Because you kind of sound like him too.
Yeah, he's very. lethargic. Similarly,
And Polish.
is he full?
Jeselnik?
Full?
And the last name is there.
But also, I realized with girls, like, I feel like they say they want a funny guy, but like, I don't really think me is that. Like, I think I'm funny, but I don't think I'm the type of funny that they're looking for. They want a guy that's like at the wedding, like getting wasted and just doing like dumb shit. That kind of like, oh, he's goofy, he's a good time. Like, I'm not really.
I don't think, and I'll say this, and this isn't just a shot at women. I'll say all people.
Yeah, most people
don't know what funny is.
What funny is, yeah. They're just going based off the, if they're at a party and they see somebody that makes them go, oh, that's fun, that's not really.
Someone that's saying something slightly different than anyone else, they're like, that could be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't really have a personality, so I haven't defined my sense of funny, but it's definitely different than what most people are saying.
Yeah, well, and also I don't know if it's even on them, because it's more on us, because we been in the actual like looking at professional comedians for years. Like, we have a different like perspective on it, of like we overthink it. With them, if something just like stupid and they laugh, they're like that's comedy right there.
Yeah, we're trying to find like this middle zone where they don't overthink it, but they don't underthink it, and those women don't exist.
They're not real people. But yeah, it's like I feel like I don't even really. I'm not gonna say I don't laugh anymore. I still laugh, of course, but it's like when I hear like a joke, I'm more just like deconstructing it as opposed to like laughing at it.
Yes.
I've had girls like come to shows from it.
From the apps. Yeah. Listen, as long as you're selling ticks, that's the goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The goal isn't to find love. The goal is to sell tickets.
Oh, I told you about Are You the One, right?
Whatever happened with that?
Nothing. They didn't follow up. They didn't choose me.
They didn't follow up with me either.
They didn't choose me.
Scumbag
like,
fucks.
I think I got through like 2 casting directors or something like that.
Was it for Ado? Are You the One? Like, for that specifically?
Yeah. No, they're doing a season.
Why? Yeah. Dude, Are You the One?
That's a big one.
That's
is it the one right now?
That's the last great reality TV show. Really? They really haven't made a great one since. They make good ones, but not great ones. Ado was great.
Well, yeah, so what happened with me was they reached out to me on the app, and then they set me up with a casting director. And I watched it after I spoke with the first casting director. And I was like, this show doesn't want, I'm not a fit for this show.
No, you wouldn't fit in at all.
I'd be terrible.
You'd be
the worst
straight
cast
man.
member of all time. Yeah. So then I think the second casting director I spoke to, I basically told her that. I was like, yo, listen, I've been watching the show. Like, I don't know. Like, there's mostly young kids that are emotionally fucking morons. And that's the whole premise of the show is you get these people that have no emotional intelligence, put them in a stressful, dramatic situation and just let them go.
Right, they're emotionally unstable and they have drinking problems.
And they're
horny.
That's
it's
like
a mixture of the three.
And that's like all of those things. Like, I don't have. Like, I'm not horny. I don't have substance abuse issues, and I'm pretty emotionally mature. Debatable, but she said for this next season they wanted, and I'm older too. Like, I'm in my 30s. Like, it's mostly 22, 23-year-old people. She said they wanted like older people who were like out of a long-term relationship that were like a little more emotionally mature. And I was like, okay. That sounds a little bit. Yeah. I was like, are you sure? That sounds like
you're a bad casting director.
That sounds like or I don't know if that was her testing me to be like, is that you? And then if I said yes, she was gonna be like, okay, you're gone, kid. But yeah, so she was like, that's what we're looking for this season. I was like, yeah, okay, that works a little bit more with what I'm bringing to the table. And she's like, and we're looking for funny people. And in the moment I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm a comic, but then I got to thinking, and the same concept of like, I'm not the funny you're looking for.
You're not Ado funny.
Yeah, you're not the funny I'm looking for.
You're up there. Yeah. You have polished jokes. That's how you're funny.
I write jokes. I don't like. I'm not like outlandish. Like the one guy on the one season I liked who was like pretty funny. Damn, I think it was on the most recent season. He was like I'm told E or something like that.
Was it the trans season where everyone was trans?
No. It was the one in...
Which, by the way, fantastic concept for a show.
Yeah.
Everyone's trans. Everyone's game.
Yeah.
The odds are double.
That's true. And especially with that concept of that show. Yeah.
How the hell are you going to figure it out? Good for them.
So I guess what they do is they do like a pre-screening through a psychologist, and then they give you like Yeah, no, it's completely insane.
But I'm so on board. I firmly believe in Are You the One when they put their hands on the iPads when they screen them in the truth booth. I firmly believe that iPad does scan their entire body and personality.
And then they sell
and then they decide.
And then they sell it to China.
And they sell it to China. The only way for you to know if you are compatible with your significant other is to put your hands on an iPad in the truth booth. Without that, you don't actually know. There's a lot. That's why the divorce rate is so high.
But none of these people wind up together. I think like one couple wound up together that I saw, and that's why I was thinking like, you know, when I was like asking people, if I get this, should I do it? And everyone was like, yeah, just do it for the audience. Literally, not one person was like, oh yeah, and maybe you'll find love. Like, it's like that's not even like a consideration.
No, that's not even what we're here for.
Yeah, that's not why we're showing up to this.
No, that's why you go on Love Island. Mike, do you not know the reality TV ecosystem?
No, I don't. I watched The Bachelor a decent amount to my like. Well, but it's a lot of. I would get into The Bachelor for the same reason other people like me were, where I'd shit on it and be like, "This is stupid," and then I'd watch it and be like, "Man, they do a good job. They're making this pretty compelling, though." Like,
no, listen, I'll break it down for you real quick. The Bachelor is for family-friendly people with no personalities who are looking to become influencers on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're not there for love. They're there for the Instagram. Yeah, they're hot, but they have no personality. That's what The Bachelor is for. Ado is the opposite. They're not there for love either. They're there to bang, and they're there because they're trash. They couldn't be on ABC, so they're on Ado. But Love Island, Mike.
They're there for love?
They're there... maybe for love, maybe for influencers. They're dumb, but they're like family-friendly dumb. But they also drink. They're a nice combination of both shows.
Well, imagine that show with sobriety. I mean, Jesus, it'd be unwatchable.
Oh, my God. Anything with sobriety is unwatchable.
That's right. You got to get the poison in the people. It's only entertaining if there's poison in them.
They legally have to drink on Love Island.
Really?
Yeah, they have to have a drink every hour. It's a fun reality TV fact for you.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think the ones on Love Island get paid pretty well.
Afterwards, yeah, especially UK Love Island. Oh, yeah, they're big.
Well,
big.
Well, what you're saying, they make money from like sponsorships, or you mean like after? Because like the show, I think for Are You the One, they didn't tell me. Did they tell me numbers? I don't know. I can't remember if they told me numbers if I looked it up on my own. But it's like 6 weeks of shooting, and they get a stipend that's like not a lot.
Yeah,
it's not terrible, but it's not a lot. And then if they win, which I think one of the seasons they didn't, and the people were like outraged. But if they
gotta win,
if they win,
it's a game.
Why are you showing up if you don't want to win? If you don't, but they get $1 million, but they have to split it up, and then after taxes, it's like you're walking away. I think like $40,000 or something like that. But then I think it's more about like what do you do after that? But like I don't know. Are You the One people do meaningful stuff like?
Not anyone but Devin. Devin is doing great things right now. He's on The Challenge. He's from season 3 of Ado.
Maybe.
Devin's one of the greatest reality TV characters of all time.
I watched 2 of the seasons. I can't remember which ones they were.
Season 3 is the best season of reality TV there is. Really? Besides Jersey Shore season
I was going to say
2.
Jersey Shore's got,
Jersey Shore season 1 and 2 are probably the 2 best reality TV seasons. And then Ado season 3.
They also have the value of being first. Like that always helps, is being the first to something.
What, Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
They were far from the first.
It wasn't first. You're right. The Real World and all that stuff was first. But I feel like now Real World was really big. I was just going to say the Jersey Shore was like a cult following. But the Real World was really big.
Real World was big. Yeah. I liked Real World.
But it doesn't feel like it was on the same level as Jersey Shore.
Nothing. We truly nothing.
Nothing
encompassed the time it was present in more than the Jersey Shore. It was so spot on.
Yeah.
It just encompassed everything about the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah, it really did, man. The partying and the DJs and all. Yeah.
Partying, DJs, the Ed Hardy. Then it comes out that the situation's been on pain pills this whole time. Yes, because it's the late 2000s, early 10s.
Of course.
Everything about it's great. Yeah. The fake poofy hair on Snooki.
Yeah.
You know?
Even like the way they would do the graphics and like the
like the graphics.
Yeah. I was like rewatching one of the clips recently, and yeah, just like that, it was like that just whoosh of like nostalgia, just seeing like the graphics they put and like the background of like the confessional that they had and all that. It's good stuff.
Do you know how hard it must have been to be an editor on Jersey Shore? The amount of content you had to go through, and you're like, it's all great.
It's all great. Yeah, literally.
I truly don't know what to
literally
cut.
Not one dull moment with these people. And they dude, you gotta give them credit. Like they were. I wonder if they get coached. Do they get like coached through that? Or
what
they
do you
just
mean?
like when they're on set and they're getting filmed and stuff? Like,
but there is no set.
All right, we won't call it set, but like, do they have people like producers that are there being like, it'd be good if you acted this way for the?
I think usually yes.
Yeah.
And I think in the beginning of Jersey Shore they had that. Then they were like, hold on, these guys got it.
You get it. You got it. You run with it. Just keep killing it out there. Yeah.
Right. It's like throwing, Magic Johnson. It's like putting the dream team out there for the Olympics. It's like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. They're all out there. You're like, do we need a coach?
Yeah.
These guys got it.
You coach them for like the first like 3 minutes, and you're like, oh, all right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go crazy, kids. You guys. Just like that, like the idea of them going to Ronnie being like, all right, so like you want to be like, want to like get in fights with people, and he's like, yeah,
You're
of
like,
course.
yeah, that's what are you talking about? Yeah, exactly.
That's all I do.
Then just casually one day the situation said, I got a GTL, and they're like, what are you talking? Gym Tan Laundry.
They're like, you're a natural kid.
This guy fucking get him more pills.
Dude.
Can someone get this guy more pills? Make sure he's driving on them too.
And make sure he's not paying his taxes. That's what we want.
Let's fly them to Italy and let's make sure his head smashes into the wall.
Yeah, that was the clip I saw where he.
Nothing.
Was that Italy?
And then he wore the neck brace for the. And you just can't write this.
And you could tell though. I know he did that because he knew that Ronnie would do way worse things to him than the wall would. Because that was the scene where Ronnie was like about to fight him, and he was like, "You want to go?" And he just headbutts the wall.
That's because he couldn't feel anything because his body was numb from the Percocet. That's why he did that. It's like the Jersey Shore. They were like the jazz of reality TV, where it's just like they were like skip boop 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 boop, like they were just free flowing the whole time.
Yeah. Riffing.
Just pure. It's just reality TV riffs.
Yeah, and oh my god, so many trends. They start the GTL, the fist bumps.
Cabs are here.
Yeah.
Everything was a marketing sentence.
Everything.
Geniuses.
Yeah, and most of them. Well, Mike ain't doing so hot.
No.
Although I think he seems
he's better
to be.
now.
Yeah,
seems
to be getting it together. Ronnie's not doing so hot.
No, Ronnie's not doing great.
Yeah, Ronnie's not doing so hot. Like, dude, when I watched that reunion episode or whatever,
it's sad.
They're real sad. Because what was sad to me was like, all right, this dude is clearly like sick. Like he needs help. And these people are just like, oh, classic Ronnie. Just having, and I'm just like, can somebody help this man? Please get him a therapist, get him something, psychiatrist. Like, it was really sad to watch. That upset me. That wasn't even like fun for me. That just upset me.
It was still a little fun for me, but I understand where you're coming from. Was there any time? Let me ask you this question: was there any better time to be Italian from like 1999 to like 2012?
And now we're paying for it. Because we're the last race that you can still make fun of.
The most popular.
Well, I think it's because it's the only one that's tolerated, really. Unanimously tolerated.
Right.
But yeah, that was the time, man. We're really on top.
Sopranos came out.
You know, it's bad.
You guys were riding that.
You know, it's bad. I've never seen The Sopranos.
You never seen The Sopranos?
Never seen The Sopranos.
Why?
I didn't have HBO growing up, so
What?
a lot of these yeah.
You didn't have HBO
Yeah, it's
growing
messed
up?
up.
Why?
It's messed up.
I thought you
don't
guys
know.
did well.
I don't know. That's why my dad was giving me shit about not watching The Sopranos. I'm like, you didn't give me the HBO, bro. Like, I don't call my dad bro, but yeah, no Sopranos. These HBO shows are so long. It's hard for me to catch it. Like Game of Thrones, I never saw it. You know, if you miss the boat, it's hard to get back in on them.
But
I
Mike,
did do
it's
The
right
Wire
there.
though,
You did The Wire, but not Sopranos.
but not Sopranos. For some reason, The Wire was higher on my list. It was during the pandemic. I was doing Tiger King and The Wire at the same time.
Good. Yeah, two very similar shows.
It's basically the same thing. It would just be a funny dichotomy going from Tiger King and then let me switch to The Wire and then back to the Tiger King. The Tiger King. Have you seen The Wire?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't blame people that didn't really get into it, but I think it's.
Now I'm more of
One
a
of the best TV
Succession
shows.
guy. I started Wire,
I
then I
gotta
went to
get in- I gotta
Succession,
get
and I
into
finished
that.
Succession.
I got to get into that.
Get into it. It's great. It's a great time. And you're waspy, so you could also get into Succession. You could just watch things that are relatable.
I'm not super waspy. I'm a little bit.
A little bit.
I got my toes in a little bit of both. A little wasp, a little non-wasp.
You could be a wasp if you wanted to.
Yeah. But I don't. I think it looks ridiculous. I don't know. I think certain people look ridiculous the way they dress. Mm-hmm. But they probably look at me and think I look ridiculous.
You're a very generic person.
Yeah, I'm very, very casual always. The people that walk around in suits, I don't get it. I think suits are like outrageously uncomfortable. I think they're nice on a very rare occasion, like twice a year.
Yeah.
But people that just walk around New York City in a suit, like, what are you doing?
They're working, Mike.
Yeah, but we still doing that? Is that still a mandate?
Yeah, people that are doing well still do that. Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's how I can tell you're not doing that well, when you see someone in a suit and you're like, why would you do that?
No, dude, even if I were like loaded, like money wasn't even a thing, I would never dress like that.
Yeah, those guys don't also wear suits. There is a whole demographic
whole
of people
spectrum.
between us
Yeah.
and Mark Cuban. And they're wearing suits.
They're uncomfortable. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'll do it on occasion. Wedding, funeral, the standard things.
Okay. Wedding, funeral.
Death, birth.
Yeah. If I'm serving at a very nice restaurant.
Uh,
No Sopranos. That's surprising. Let me ask you a question we've been asking everyone. I'm the only person here. What was the milk situation in the Mancusi house growing up?
big milk people.
Yeah.
I am off it.
That's
I
the
never
consensus. Everyone drank
drink
milk.
milk. That's a boomer thing, man. The boomers were just like, milk is the best. Like, you guys, like, I think my grandma was like, oh yeah, if you ever have a problem sleeping, just get up and warm yourself up some milk.
That was it. Yeah, they didn't have melatonin back then. So they were like, just warm up milk and fucking drink it.
So just put the fart juice into you.
Yeah.
It's funny though how we've as a society totally flipped that. Like, it used to be like milk. Now it's like never milk. But I never drink milk anymore.
That is.
Are you still doing milk?
We were never that much into milk.
No, you guys were Lipton iced tea.
No, we were instant iced tea. It might have been Lipton. I don't remember. I remember the jug of powder.
That's one of my favorite things you've ever said. It's just at halftime of your soccer game, your dad was just
No,
giving
and you know what's crazy? This happened a couple months ago where my parents were like, "Oh, we never did that." I was like, "Are you serious?"
Dude, they always deny this. They've always deny it. Always deny.
And now
it.
they're watching this right now, going like, "He's bringing it up again." It was so. I remember
Like,
it
you
so
think I'd make that up?
vividly.
Yeah, you think I'd make that up? You think I'd imagine that? No, you guys did it. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know. I guess.
Right.
Probably should have known, but you didn't know.
Right. Well, you know what's worse? We weren't that much milk people, but we were that much iced tea people.
Yeah, that's probably worse. Milk is probably
Probably
a little,
is worse,
Probably
but
a little, because there's at least like some stuff in milk.
Yeah, there's
Calcium,
protein in
D,
there,
Vitamin
right.
D, I think, is in there. Potassium. There's just also a shitload of sugar and a shitload of lactose.
it is funny that like now we look at like boomers and we're like, you're so unhealthy drinking milk. Oh, you drink milk, warm it up to go
Gross
to
boomers.
sleep. That's so unhealthy. I pop pills from over the counter to go to sleep. That's what I do.
That bothers me. I hate I've noticed that too. My parents take a lot of pills. I wish, because the doctors, they don't try to give nutrition,
Well, one thing I learned from I'm a retired scientist, Mike. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that. Why'd you give that up? That seemed like
money. I like money. And I was like, how much will I get paid? And they're like, 50,000 forever.
Forever.
No.
Yeah, forever.
I'm like, nope. So what was I gonna say? Oh, it's doctors don't know anything.
Yeah, because I think they know, but they don't care. I think they know the easier path is the pill, and they just say like, yeah, just take the pill. It'll be fine.
No, I'll tell you exactly the workflow of a doctor. It's you. They walk into the room. They go, "Hey, what's bothering you, Mike?" And you're like, "I can't sleep. I might be gay." And they go, "Okay, great. Let me write this down." Okay, excuse me for a minute. Then they walk out, and I'm not kidding. They Google it.
Really?
Swear to God. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, maybe that medication it does go well. Okay, yeah, maybe we should do that." Then they walk back in and go, "All right, here you go." That's what they're doing.
It's kind of fair. Honestly.
All doctors are people that decide to take Adderall longer than you. That's all a doctor is.
They put 5 more years of Adderall into their life.
That's it. They were just better at taking tests, and they took Adderall for longer. That's it.
You like know that though?
Yes.
So that's what they. That's crazy.
Surgeons are a different story because they actually have to go in and fix things. But like a typical like,
and a surgeon can't be there like with a cell phone, being like, let me just look this up. Oh, I gotta cut this.
Yeah, but now with some surgeons, not all surgeons, but some have a machine that just does it all, and they just watch it.
What they have, like the machine cuts people open and stuff.
Yeah, like the machine will do the operation.
Jesus. See, that's why people are so scared of the robots. I don't know. Robots, they can do stuff. Let them do stuff. Let the robots do stuff.
One reason I didn't go into like medical device sales was because you have to go into the surgery room with the surgeon.
You gotta just watch.
The surgeon puts it in, and then they go, "Is this right?" And then you're supposed to be like, "Yeah."
And you're like,
"I'm an asshole. You're the surgeon.
Yeah.
You tell me if it's in."
You're like, I don't know. He's not dead, so
actually, is
it's
he?
Working. Yeah, actually,
No,
yeah.
We're
Just check the monitor real quick.
Actually, if you flip that on, he'll be alive. If you flip it off, he'll be dead. That's how this pacemaker works here.
Yeah, milk though. No, but they're still on. Parents are still on.
Still big milk.
Big
people.
on the milk, and I'm off dairy. I'm off gluten.
You're out on gluten.
Yeah.
Were you bread people? Well,
Italian. Yeah, and like I tried to tell my dad that I don't want to eat raviolis. He has a
sacrilege.
Yeah, meltdown. Literally, bring it. He does the classic. You bring it out. Yeah, your grandmother would be rolling in her grave. Imagine this if she was here.
Oh my God! Imagine if you brought home a black girl. If that was his response to ravioli.
No, my brother-in-law is black. My parents are very progressive, just not when it comes to dietary advancements.
That might be the most conservative thing in the world. You're like, I don't care if you're dating a black guy.
Listen, all this race stuff, I'm all about it, but I
don't
draw
you
the
dare
line.
not eat tortellini soup.
Yeah, I draw the line at our cavatelli. You eat our cavatelli. Yeah, I try. Yeah, the gluten, but dude, I feel great. The gluten, especially, that was like the last thing I tried, because like I was just constantly in gastrointestinal distress all day.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? And the dairy helped, but it was still happening. And then when I cut out the gluten, that took it to like the next. Like now I feel pretty good.
Let me ask you this: we were drinking a lot of milk in the Mancusi house.
Lots of milk.
And again, this is just by deductive reasoning and what I've noticed from everyone else.
Yeah.
No water being consumed.
No, to my parents, I try to tell them all the time. I'm like, you got to drink more water. I don't think they raised me explicitly being like, don't drink water, but it was just a lot of what was available was not water. It was like orange juice in the morning.
Yes.
Water,
and we've talked about it on the pod.
Juice in the afternoon. Just juice. All day. Just
I would drink
juice.
half a gallon of orange juice a day. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is healthy.
Yeah.
There's
it's oranges.
vitamin C
Vitamin
in it.
C. Oranges.
It's like I'm drinking the sun.
It's like I'm drinking plants. This is orange juice. They don't mention that it's like one orange and then water and then just sugar.
Well, we didn't understand
We
sugar.
didn't understand. Did they though? I don't think they
No
did
one
either.
did.
No one did.
A lot of
No
people
one
still
did.
don't.
They still don't. A
lot of people still don't understand
They
it.
still don't get that it's literally the worst thing. That you
I
can
would
put in your
drink
body.
apple juice and be like, I am the pinnacle
Yeah.
of health right now.
Dude, they would advertise juice as a healthy thing.
Yeah. And then
Juice.
I would have broccoli with cheese on it. That was a big thing that apples would do. Broccoli with cheese on it.
Does sound good though.
Or string beans with breadcrumbs. Another big
That's
thing.
a-
We're
yeah.
still doing that too. The broccoli with cheese is kind of out. But on holidays, string beans
but
with
that's a good-
breadcrumbs. Yes,
There's
sir.
some almonds in that.
No,
Do
we're
you
not
put some
almond
almonds
people.
on
We're not
that?
nut people. We're not legume people. Oh, legume. We like beans.
Interesting.
Big bean people. You do a barbecue in the backyard with hot dogs. You get your sauerkraut. You get your beans.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. No.
And
we
they're
never-
canned beans,
we were
ShopRite
never-
brand, and nothing else.
We were never big on the beans. The Polish side was like kielbasa, sauerkraut.
Yes. Pierogies. You guys are doing pierogies.
No, they never. We
You
didn't
never
have-
did
yeah, I know. That
pierogies.
was one thing that was not.
That's
they should've-
surprising.
They should have given me. Should have given me a little more Polish, Polish oomph.
Well, if you got the only reason I eat so much Polish food growing up was because the rest of my ethnicities were, there's not much going on.
What is it? Irish?
Yeah, German, Irish.
Yeah.
German food's my favorite food. I will say that. But Polish food's up there. Irish food is it's tough.
You get German food in the city?
Yeah.
Where?
I mean, I'll do like. Do you go to a German restaurant? No.
I feel like that's the one ethnicity in the city that's like lacking.
Yorkville
Like, I
used to
don't
be
see it.
packed with it.
Dude, no, I was gonna say there's actually one place in Yorkville though that's like fucking fantastic.
Yeah. It's
That's got,
expensive
like-
too, German
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Oh yeah, because it's basically a hot dog that you get, but it's like an amazing one.
Yeah, they slow roast it.
Yeah,
and
but it's like-
some,
it's
you
like-
know, they hate the Jews. It's the whole thing.
But it's like $14. It's like insane, but it's really good.
Yeah. Well, you got your, your schnitzels.
Yeah.
You got your labor case.
Yeah, fuck.
Stuff like
I
that.
want that right now.
Yeah. See, German food's good. It's heavy food. I like a hearty meal.
Yeah.
Mancusi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm also not a big pasta dick.
Yeah. I've gotten off I don't know. In my parents' defense, like my dietary habits have changed. They change all the time.
Yes.
So my dad's like, I can't keep up with this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, I don't
You can't keep up with this.
Yeah.
What, are you reading the literature? What are you talking about? You can't keep up with this. You're getting the fucking New England Journal of Medicine to your door? What are you talking about?
But yeah, the latest thing, the gluten thing, has been the hardest thing for him to
To
swallow.
accept.
But the gluten, it's pretty simple. It's just no wheat. Like I had to coach him. I was like, when you look on the back on the ingredients and it says wheat, that no wheat.
It's out.
That's up and it's out. Bread, pasta, anything that says wheat, and we're out, and that's it. I will though, like but now that's become my like cheat. Like when I just go all out, I'll just fucking down
Gluten.
lasagna or
Lasagna. That's what you're doing? That's what you decide on?
yeah.
That's. I'm trying to decide if that's garbage or not. I think it's garbage.
Lasagna. Well, no,
Lasagna's a garbage entree. This being said by me who loves lasagna.
I think it can be.
Lasagna and baked ziti are two very garbage meals, which are delicious.
I disagree.
But white trash people eat those two things.
Baked ziti, yes, and that's also it's such a lazy food. Oh, I made some baked ziti. It's literally just pasta. You put some cheese.
Baked ziti played a very large role in my life.
Hey,
It was like a third parent.
Yeah, Rich, we're having baked ziti again. Really, Dad? It's been 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, shut up.
And it would be with like different types of pasta. Yeah, like the corkscrew pasta.
like-
you had rigatoni.
It'd be
Whatever.
like bow ties.
Yeah, it's got cheese and sauce. I'm in. Sure, let's do it.
I do hate when there's baked ziti. I don't mind, but there's got to be something else in it. Can't
Nah,
just be.
that's
yeah.
not what the apples do.
Yeah, no, that's just lazy, dude. But lasagna, I would agree. Bad lasagna is like shitty, but like you get a good lasagna dish, Or like
Lasagna is just Italian meatloaf. They're very good, but they're mostly eaten by garbage people. You're not going to Carbone and ordering the lasagna.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yes, really. What are you talking about? Why are you questioning me? Yes, if you go to a town pool and also eat lasagna, you're a fucking garbage person.
I like lasagna, but all right.
No, I like lasagna too. I'm not here to argue with you. Meatballs are also trash, but they're delicious.
Yeah, good meatball. You were in a meatball shop. Meatball shop's good stuff.
Oh, yeah,
meatball
yeah.
shop's good stuff.
Yeah, in Farmingdale too.
Really?
Yeah, they got
Didn't know
one.
that.
Yeah, they're doing great things over there.
Did not know that.
Yeah, no, that's garbage. I'm trying to think of like more. What did I have? Steak peas aioli was a very big thing in my life.
What is it?
Steak peas aioli.
I don't even know what that is.
My buddy growing up, his mom would make steak peas aioli, and my mom made it every day for 5 years.
What
It's just like flank steak and tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. That's what we were doing. You know, this is my favorite meal, and this is how you know I'm a fucking garbage person genetically. How much time do we have? We got a few minutes. You know what I love, Mike? Flank steak, cream of onion soup on the flank steak, little sauerkraut, little mashed
Yeah, that
potatoes.
does sound pretty good.
That sounds
pretty
great.
good. Yeah, it sounds
Doesn't that sound great? It's
Put
real
put
garbage.
mushrooms in that?
Any cream of soup
Yeah,
is garbage.
I would say so. Yeah.
Condensed soups as a whole are garbage, but cream of blank soups are the most garbage.
I had a big soup phase for a while.
What does that mean?
I was eating soup every day, all kinds of soups.
That's what homeless people do.
Yeah. That was
What
not
do you
good
mean
time
that
in
was
my
a
life.
phase?
That was not a good time in my life.
Did you have an apartment at this time?
I was paying like really cheap. That was not a good time in my life. That was like right out of college when like you think you're an adult now because you have a job and shit. But you looking back on it, I'm like, I was like a disgusting human being.
Yeah, I would have 3 cans of
Yeah.
tuna and put it on a frozen bagel. That's something I did for 2 to 3 years.
The cans, dude. The cans of tuna. Oh my god.
Big.
Because you're like, it's easy, it's tuna, and now I can't even look at that shit. It's for a cat. It's not for people. Cans of tuna are for cats. They're not for people.
But I will also say, tuna, another big thing in my life growing up.
Yeah, my dad is a big
Very
tuna salad
big.
guy. Big tuna salad guy. Which like, no, I don't know. You know, it's like that phase of my life was also I would go to Subway and get tuna salad. I would get a tuna salad sandwich from Subway.
I did that
That's-
during college.
That's the type of shit. It was basically still like it's like an extension of college, where it's like you're just not in college anymore, but you're like you're a working person, but you're still like a moron.
Yes.
Like so, just don't have any idea how to be an actual like
Human being.
human being. Like,
You don't know how to survive.
yeah, how to survive exactly. Like, oh my god, the things I would do. I look back on this. The work shirt, like I think my work shirts, I like wouldn't even like wash. They were like nicer shirts,
Gotcha.
and I just wouldn't even like wash them for like weeks. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm sure this doesn't bother it. Like I'm sure these don't smell now.
Yeah, they
'Cause
do though. That's the thing. What was the job you had out of college?
I was selling copiers. That was my first job.
Okay.
Yeah. Slinging boxes, as they would call it. That was brutal, man. Brutal.
That's what everyone thinks to do after college.
I should go to Xerox.
Yeah. Well, you know that's what
Get
Metcalf
this.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's I think he's doing pretty well though. Like I was terrible at my job, and I hated it. Like
You were bad at sales, so you decided let's just keep doing this.
Keep doing sales. No, it was just I just hated those sales. Like I would show up, dude. You have to like knock on businesses' doors. You show up in a tie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you're going around like business parks. You're cold calling on foot, going into businesses, being like, "Hey, can I get in touch with whoever like oversees the the office management?" And then just getting told to fuck off 100% of the time. And then you okay, well, I'll leave my card. Give me a call. And then you got to like scout out like what do they got? They got a Kyocera in here. Oh, we can beat them on price. Like yeah. It was just like the worst job. Oh my god.
And then when did you start thinking of putting the gun in your mouth?
That actually didn't start for a number of years later.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're still in that phase now. No. That's not true. That was the time where I was like, but I think what's different from then to now, like then was when I wanted to make the change in my life of like, this can't be what my life is. I need to do something different. But I was still full of hope. Now the hope is like,
It's fading.
Because as you get older and stuff, it's like, okay, there's no more like dreams. There's just like action. There's like,
aspiration.
Yeah, there's aspiration, but it needs to be backed by action. If there's no more like, this is what I'm gonna be. It's like,
this is what I can.
This is yeah. Okay, so I've narrowed it down to two things. No, but I just mean like planning wise, where it's like if I don't have at least a goal or an action plan on how to get there, then dreams are dead. There's no more dreams of like, oh yeah, in 10 years I'm gonna be this. It's like, okay, what are you gonna be fucking tomorrow? Like, what are you gonna do tomorrow to get there? Because at this point, I'm in my 30s. Like, there's no. I'm not 22 being like, oh, when I'm 30, I'm going to be making $1 million. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have a wife. Did you think that shit when you were like 18 years old? You were like, when I'm 25, I'm going to like have a wife.
I firmly thought I could sell out Madison Square Garden by the time I was 32 years old because that's what Aziz Ansari did. I firmly thought that. And now I'm 29 in a studio apartment with you.
Running a show
We're in a show at a bar
that wants you to leave.
That wanted us to leave, and I threw the bartender under the bus, and then the owner was like, "Oh shit, you are right. He doesn't do shit." And we got the show back.
I gotta check that out. When is it? When's the next one?
Tomorrow.
Is there a show tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think.
Got Tommy O'Regan on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Big heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter.
He's very funny. Great.
No, he's a great guy.
Yeah. But yeah, dreams are dead.
We'll end it on that. Optimistic.
That is a good. Dreams are dead.
Dreams are dead.
All right, have a good night, folks.
I hope next. Last time you came, I don't ever think you remember. Last time you came on, you had going away drinks from your last job.
That. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
And then you came here, and then I thought, it'd be fun. Mike just told me he got laid off. Why doesn't he come back on?
Keep following me around for when I lose jobs.
Yeah.
And
whenever
me on
you
the pod.
switch careers.
That's great.
Mancusi.
All right.